Hello, beautiful people of the world. So today I'm going to be talking about February 2021 astrology. So to begin, the square between Mars and Uranus in Taurus and all of the different signs as they move through Aquarius, that tension continues for the theme of the month, much like it did in January. This Taurus Aquarius square, particularly, as a humanity, we want and feel the desire so badly right now to expand, to connect with other people, to network, to rebuild our society and move forward into the future, and have really important discussions and intellectual debates. Though Taurus is pretty clearly telling us that we have to slow down. And Taurus and Uranus also explaining here that the pace is not really always in our control. There's really not much that we can do about it. This is a very unique, off kind of flow that we are dealing with, and it's going to be causing tension for quite a bit more time. We really want to get out there and connect with people, but we are not really in control of when that's going to happen, and things are still going to be moving very, very slowly. And this can definitely create a lot of frustration. Unfortunately, that's still going to be going on for the month of February. Venus is going to be moving into Aquarius right at the beginning of the month, February 1st, only kind of adding to this frustration in certain ways because we really want to feel that love of being around other people and feel all of the pleasure and sensations that come with being a part of a society and being part of communities. Not to say that you can't do that. I mean, Aquarius is definitely all about technology and inventions and moving forward into the future. So I think a good way to work through this square and also work through all of these Aquarius placements in a time where we can't really operate how we normally would is to utilize technology to the best of our abilities. You could make a website for yourself. You could join different groups online. You could start following different creators that can be really supportive to you. Get on the phone, text people, Zoom people. I know a lot of us are a little bit burnt out in terms of this way of communicating, but I think it's important to still try and connect with other people in the ways that you can, or you're definitely going to feel like you're not getting what you need with all of these heavy Aquarius energies going on. So February 3rd and 4th, the moon's going to be in Scorpio. It's going to be squaring Saturn and Venus, and it's going to be opposing Uranus. It's going to be a little bit of an emotional couple of days, I think. I think it could be very intense and a little bit trying. I think things might come to a head for a lot of people. It might be kind of an emotional breakdown kind of couple of days there. At the very least, it might be a little bit challenging, the 3rd and the 4th. During the 10th and the 11th, the moon is going to be in Aquarius, along with Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, and the Sun. So there's going to be 6 planets in Aquarius during that time period, which is very heavy. And very powerful, but like I said, it's going to be very difficult to fully feel that super, super Aquarian energy right now, and there's still the squaring going on, so I would say the 10th and the 11th, really try your best to do something to feel connected, do something different, reach out, feel like you're a part of a community in some kind of a way. I think that's going to be incredibly important during that time, especially the 11th is going to be the new moon in Aquarius with these 6 bodies being all right there. Definitely a time to try something new, try something different. get out there in a way that you're maybe not used to, but it's definitely going to be important to establish these connections with people. That is really all that we have right now, is the people in our life, our friends, our business partners, our coworkers, our idols and celebrities and gurus and creators and anything like that. Especially now when we've had so much division and so much separation as a society because of everything going on. Sorry, my cat is being incredibly distracting. I'm trying to get in the way here. So, yeah, it's going to be really important to try and reach out and have people in your life the best that you are able to. We're so separated right now, but I think it's showing even more how important it is as a social species to have those important connections in your life and do the best that you can to nurture and create new ones. Thankfully we do have the internet and things that can get us hooked up during a pandemic. So on the 18th, the sun is going to be moving into Pisces out of Aquarius. I think that will help us step outside of all of this a little bit in terms of our self-expression. I think while it is in Aquarius and everything, we feel so identified with everything that's going on and bad things that happen in the world and setbacks and frustrations. We kind of take a little bit of that personally and our self-identity as a human, like we want to be proud of who we are and what we're accomplishing. And that can definitely be difficult to navigate through. So I think that when it moves into Pisces, we will be able to step outside of ourselves a little bit and kind of have this little pocket outside of all of this energy where we're so focused on everybody else and humanity and everything and all of the people in the world, to kind of take a step back and just feel, not so much thinking, because this is an incredible amount of air energy. It's an incredible amount of mentally based energy. You could definitely feel super burnt out this month, super mentally fried. Maybe if you have mental illnesses, it might be even more difficult to navigate that than usual. There's just so much going on up here with the brain on a collective level that we are trying to logically figure ourselves out right now and how we need to move forward. So yeah, I think once the sun moves into Pisces, that will give us a little bit of a pocket to express ourselves differently and just kind of see things from a different perspective. On the 24th, the moon is going to be going into Leo, and it is going to be opposing Jupiter and Mercury in Aquarius. I feel like this is a really good time to consider self-love and self-care. This opposition to me is just saying that we really have to remember to focus on our emotional needs, even though the collective is so important and in focus right now. If we're always focusing on that and everybody else, it's possible that we neglect what we really need and our own personal self-love and just doing things that make you happy. So I think around the 24th and the 25th, that would be a really good couple of days to get back in tune with yourself and what you need. Because on the 25th, Venus is going to be moving into Pisces. That will also give us another little pocket and opportunity to be a bit more expansive and to feel love and pleasure from literally, you could be anywhere doing anything and just feeling it flow through your body, connecting with the universe, tapping into different spiritual practices, things like that. It really should bring a lot of joy into your life. So I think 24th, 25th is a good opportunity to reflect and to do things that make you very happy and that nurture you and who you are. Ending the month here, we have a full moon in Virgo on the 27th. I feel that this is very, very much about self-healing. Like I said, the theme kind of begins a few days earlier, but getting very clear and in tune with your body and what you need, and cutting out and letting go of things that no longer are serving a purpose. We have so much going on. It's so busy and hectic with this air energy that we can get very overwhelmed, very overstimulated. And I think this Virgo full moon is going to allow us to reflect on what is really important in life, Sometimes Virgo full moon can be a bit triggering, but it is for healing purposes. So if you're feeling a very big event or situation or something you've been struggling with during, this time period here, this full moon is really going to bring light to it. There's not really much you can do except deal with it. So it's going to help you through that, but it might be a little bit raw and vulnerable in how it goes about that. And then right after that, on the 28th, the moon is going to be part of a grand Earth trine in the sky, which I think is a really beautiful end to the month. The moon in Virgo, Mars in Taurus, and Pluto in Capricorn are all creating trines with each other, and it makes a very beautiful triangle in the sky. I think that right after the full moon, and like I said, these days of self-care and reflection and healing and getting through things and getting a lot of clarity, the 28th will help ground all of that work that you did in a very real way that you can utilize moving forward. It's not like it's a passing event. If you can really work on yourself during this time period, it will solidify and you will have accomplished that and given yourself some tools and some strength moving forward into March. I think it's also a time that you can allow yourself to slow down a little bit right after all this healing. This grand Earth trine, I think, will really help people, get grounded and have a little bit of respite and to breathe, and that it's okay to slow down because we are still going to be navigating through a lot of Aquarian energy for a bit. It is the age of Aquarius. I think ultimately this is all going to be very constructive and progressive and meaningful in terms of how we're going to move forward as human beings. It's just going to be a little bit tense still for a while and still very slow in some ways. Like I said, we don't really have control of the pace right now. And we're just going to have to figure out how to accept that and do things differently and be innovative and work with the tools that we have and create and find new ways of doing things with each other, and still making sure that we're taking care of ourselves as well. I think that is going to be it for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to give it a like or subscribe. I am going to be really trying to do these every month of 2021. That was a goal of mine. And if there's any videos that you think I should do or anything that you wanted to say or add, please feel free to join the comment section. I love all of you very much and I wish you the best.